Since release, the Orient Bambino celebrates the idea of quality watchmaking at a truly entry-level price. Without being said, it is a darling of the watch community. However, certain people have a distaste for the Bambino. I'm here to say this. It may come on a leather strap, and it may have an elegance to it for many. Thing is, this is not a dress watch. On the contrary, it is an everyday piece. Take note of the white and legible date complication and the practical 60-minute scale beyond the Roman numerals. Alright, enough with the formal getup and the entire paragraph construction. I'm not very good at speaking towards the camera, but let's get right onto this review. Before we do, I guess a wristwatch check. I am wearing an Seiko SNX S79K. I believe that's the exact reference. I have it on this just rather little Jubilee. That's why you'll hear some rattle in the interview, the review. Jeez, I don't know what's wrong today. You can see a bit of scraping there, this and that. I am not a pro at putting these bracelets on, but regardless, I'm not really too picky about the scratches either. So anyways, Orient Bambino. Why does everyone claim it to be a dress piece? Well, as I said in that formal introduction, you have this very elegant design, this 40, not the 40.5, that's what separates it. Anyways, on the leather strap, I have it right here, and just overall, very pretty package. To most people, this would be pretty fancy looking, so to speak. But I'm here to argue that this is an everyday piece. Because, I mean, look at that date dial. Even if a dress watch had a date dial, I'd imagine it to like sort of blend with the dial. Because I don't see a dress watch having this white piece out of nowhere just to interrupt the entire smooth design. Unless it is an everyday piece. Also, I mean, look at these minute tracks. I know the other Bambinos don't have this, but we're talking about this one in specific. This is the Generation 2 version 2. So this has the hand winding, I can't do it right here, and the hacking. I'll show you that in a little bit. And damn, where was I? Right, everyday piece. And in my opinion, the more you wear this, the more you'll realize, well, I mean, I can wear this to, I don't know, to go out with my friends or go out on a dinner date with a leather strap. In this case, I have it on this newly acquired Perlon, and it can dress up, it can dress down. That's the great part about this piece. Now, I do hear something that some of you guys will say. Well, I mean, it has a 30mm water resistance. You can't go out with it much. Let's be real here. Are you gonna go swimming every day? Unless you're a lifeguard or like something along those lines where you're working with a body of water every day. I don't think so. And even then, 30mm is enough to resist the splash of water, a very intermittent submersion in water, and washing your hands, like most things that everyone will do throughout the day. This piece in general is for the guy that wants an elegant design without the elegant price and wants to use it every day. And you'll be surprised how many people are like this. Take a look at all the fashion brands today. You can think about Daniel Wellington, Vincero, and what's that other one that just got purchased by the Fossil Group? Movement. Yes, Movement. They all have this sort of aesthetic and I'm talking of the entire Bambino line now. They all have this dressy aesthetic, but if you see them the way they're advertised, you'll see that they're more for an everyday piece. And this is exactly what this is. This is not a dress piece according to some people. So the whole niggle of 40.5mm sort of wears off, because everyday pieces should be bigger than their dress counter pieces, at least traditionally speaking. And I mean, it has all the functions of an everyday watch. At the very least, a date complication. 40.5 as I've been going on for these minutes. A 46 lug to lug. So it fits most wrists, I'd say. I mean, a little big on mine, but a 21, I guess bracelet, strap size. I don't really know. Which is the only part that I really don't like. This is a 22 millimeter. That's why it sort of squeezes in a little bit when it goes in here. But I mean, for most cases, the 22 will do just fine. You can go with the 20, but you're gonna have to live with this half millimeter. Is it a half? Yeah, like these half millimeter spaces in between, and I just don't like that. It slides around. It looks looks very unprofessional, so to speak. Speaking of straps and stuff, it does come in a leather strap like this. It's I used it a bit, but it's a fairly decent strap. It's not as bad as everyone says it is, but it's not that good either. I mean, you got the whole genuine leather garbage and all this stuff. It does come signed, which is cool, but it's just laser etched. It's not like engraved or anything. Sorry about that. Let's take this off for a bit, actually. The case back, talking about. Move the camera a bit. It's just this. It's a bit dirty right now, and it is scratched up, which I don't mind. It's a sign of usage. And all it says is just water resistant, stainless steel, Orient watch go, and a number of some sort, probably relating to this watch. And thickness, I'm not too sure, to be quite frank, but if I remember, it is 12 millimeters. It's no more than 12. It's got to be 12 or 11, around there. But most of it comes from the domed crystal. Oh, actually, let's show the winding. Very smooth winding. Well, relatively smooth. It's a little bit rough, and I personally don't like the noise all that much, but it works well. It does the job. And hacking right there. You can also change the wheel very quickly, but I don't want to do that because you got to do it on this side of the watch, not on the top side. There's many reasons for that. Well, the finishing. Let's see the finishing right here. Polished upside. It's done very well. Yeah, there you go, focused. It's polished very well. Brushed side. And obviously, as we saw, the case back is polished too. One of the other unfortunate things is that it didn't come with a see-through case back. I mean, it's not the nicest looking piece. It's like on par with the 7S26, this watch right here. But I mean, especially for a beginner watch person, it's pretty fun to look at. But anyways, back to finishing. Polished top, brushed sides. Crown is not signed or anything like that. For $130 or so, you're not getting that. It is like this sort of small onion style, but very easy to grab. No issues with it whatsoever. The dial itself, it's a sort of matte black. What you're seeing there is my reflection through the glass, not the dial. It's a matte black dial with polished hands and everything applied. The little Orient logo up top there is applied, and I think the Orient, the automatic, and the water resistant here is painted on. Same deal with the markers on the outside, the minute scale and the second scale. They're all painted on. I've been talking for a while, guys. I'm sorry. Here's what I have to say. And this is sort of my rebuttal to those reviewers that bash this watch. If this watch was not Japanese made, if it didn't have Japan movement here, and it didn't have an Orient logo, and instead I put a Tissot logo and a Swiss made down here and charged an extra $100 for this, I don't think there'd be any complaints. Everyone would love this watch if it was a Tissot. Let's see, anything else did I miss? I mean, mineral crystal, what do you expect at $130? Haven't had a scratch on it yet. knock on the wood. Well, let's do strap suggestions. As I've stated earlier, you can go with the 21, which is a little hard to find, but it's not too bad. You can find it anywhere, really. You could also go with the 22, like I did with this Purlon. A lot easier to find, but you won't have to squeeze it in there. But if it's leather or nylon or a cloth or anything like that, it should squeeze in just fine. If you're gonna go with the bracelet, 21 millimeters all day. 22 maybe if you shave off the edges, but it's a little bit of work. You can also go with the 20 millimeter, but like I said, you'll have a space and it'll move around. It's not very pretty to look at, in my opinion. Well, in general, my overall summary of this watch is you can't go wrong with the Orient Bambino, and there's a reason why this is the darling of the watch community. I mean, look at everything it offers, you know, hand winding, hacking, there you go, hacking, an elegant design with good finishing, a good brand, Orient, and some heritage with it. This has been my review with the Orient Bambino. Hopefully it comes out okay as I edit this, but even then this wasn't meant to be a sort of proper review. It's more of a casual conversation between you guys, and hopefully as I keep making these videos the quality improves, because as I'm speaking I'm okay with the setup, but it's nothing special at all. It's what you expect out of, it's what you think of, it's exactly what this setup is. It's literally a watch box with my phone recording onto here, which is, I mean, it comes out okay, but now I'll probably throw in some what do you call them, some B-roll throughout the video, just so that way it's not too boring, or I'm just not here talking the entire time. And I hope you guys had some general good information out of this. Had any criticism, anything you liked about the review, anything you liked about the watch, and tell me if you guys own Orient Bambinos. How do you use them? Do you use them as dress pieces, everyday pieces? I'd like to find out, because as I've said, as I've been using it, it's more of an everyday piece. I don't really use it as a dress piece. I have my smaller, simpler watches for that. But yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed this little review on perpetual watch reviews, and hope to see you on the next one.